Hey everybody, I'm just back from the United Nations COP meeting in Brazil. And if you're just joining this conversation, I want you to know we're committed to removing 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide by 2030 because that's how we avert the worst impacts of climate change and keep the world on track for a stable climate and a thriving human civilization. Now, carbon removal is in a tough spot. In the last year, we've had a major pullback in US federal funding for carbon removal. Venture capital has also pulled back investment. Now, there are some drafts for funding coming out of the EU, but overall, it looks like we're losing a lot of funding. We're losing a lot of innovative ideas, innovative companies, meaning that we won't have the solutions that we need to avert the worst impacts of climate change. Imagine we had a global hub for carbon removal, a country with a giant GDP that announced it was going all out on carbon removal. That's where we'd have all the R&D, all the sales, all the investment that we need to get things on track. Now, you might not know this, but California, where I'm from, if it was its own country, would be the world's fifth largest economy. And California has informally been one of the world leaders in carbon removal. It's home to some of the best carbon removal startups and many of the largest buyers of carbon removal credits. So California is in a good position to be this global hub for carbon removal, but it's informal right now. None of this has happened formally at a policy level. Now, as part of that, last week on the way to COP, we talked about having Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, come to our pavilion, the first ever carbon removal pavilion, having him come and visit and speak at the pavilion. Now, the update is we didn't get Gavin, but we got close. For those of you who were following the group chat and helping out, making connections, there was a point where Gavin was 20 feet from the pavilion. Now, instead, we had California State Senator Josh Becker come and speak at a panel at the Carbon Removal Pavilion. I'll hit the link in the live stream so you can watch that. And afterwards, I got to talk to Josh, and we may be doing a carbon removal day at the California State Senate to recognize the importance of carbon removal, to bring together leaders of carbon removal and policy leaders in California. That would really be the next step for establishing California as the global hub for carbon removal. So if you're interested in being part of that, being informed about that, making connections for that, hit reply. I'd love to hear from you. Now, also, COP continues in Brazil for this next week. I'd love more world leaders to come visit the first ever carbon removal pavilion and join this vision for having global hubs for carbon removal. So if you're a world leader, if you're in communication with a world leader, or if there's a world leader you just love to see at the carbon removal pavilion, hit reply and let's make it happen.